should do, since your truck's blocking the road, we're not going to catch up to this thing. I think what we do is we go down, let's go all the way back to where I was thinking, and no, we'll go all the way back to where I was thinking to check in. We'll just check that on the way, then we'll park somewhere and we'll just get home, we'll hunt here till dark. And we'll just kind of spread out and find a spot on a ridge. I wish I'd have thought of wearing pants, hunting pants, but I think if you just get up a vantage point and sit next to a stump up here somewhere, I mean, this all the way back to where we're going, it's all this, like this, these ridges. It's probably another 400 yards, 500 yards back. Let's go take a look back there, check that ridge. See, there's got to be at least 5 to 7 different deer tracks that we've cut across coming back here, all in the last hour. So, sorry guys, I didn't get it on camera. I was following a set of tracks. And I looked up, just thought I caught a flash in this thick brush. I saw a deer. And I dumped it. But I cannot find it. It went down. I heard it moan. I could see its legs sticking straight, and then I went to walk around this stuff to get to it. And I kind of lost my bearings on where it was sitting when I shot. And I can't find it. Here's some tracks. Even marked deer that he got. I didn't have my knife. It's like, oh, okay, guess I'm not gutting it. Big deer.
Pretty big deer. On the board.
Toss.
Yes.
So there I was, going through the woods, minding my own business, and this thing attacks me. I'm out there, just enjoying nature, loving what the good Lord gave us, and I hear this, and I look over, and this guy's looking at me through the woods at about 75 yards, and I can see the steam coming out of his nose, and he starts doing like a bull, that stomping, where he's ready to charge, and I could see a little bit of blood dripping from his eyes. I think he was just filled with rage. And then he started to come. And I feared for my life, and I had to do what I had to do. I didn't want to do it, but I did it. I had to put him down. This thing is a menace to the woods. He's a menace to the other deer in the woods. He's just not a friendly person.
It gives deer a bad name.
So I did it what any good sportsman would do. I took one for the team and I put him down. It took him a while to die. He pushed down 4 or 5 trees. There was an oak. It was only about 2 feet in diameter. He kicked that down. I felt bad for the tree. You know, It's a lot of acorns other deer are not going to get to eat now because this guy just decides he wants to kick trees over. But eventually he succumbed to his injuries, and the woods is now safer. And all you who want to go out and enjoy nature, I made it a safer place for you to do so.
Congratulations, Mark. We're proud of you.
Thank you.
We got back to the cabin. Picked up a buck, I believe, Mark did, when he was walking through the woods. And Riley almost took a digger. Again, for like the 19th time. And we're gonna eat some tacos tonight. Not the right kind of tacos.
About 3-4 birds in a semicircle, watching them, whatever, getting comfy, watching them for a while. I hear a crunch, and at the same time, they just get out of there. So I'm like, something's coming in. Well, wind's blowing across me to, that's gotta be the south. And
You're facing south.
I'm facing south.
Yep.
Then it had to be, whatever, to the left of me. Wind's blowing to the left. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Sitting there, I'm trying not to make a noise, you know, getting all excited. Just out of the corner of my eye, I see just a little sliver of brown moving. Wind picks up. Turn my head just a hair. It's kind of moving real slow.
So you came from your left?
Came from my left.
Direct left? Or
Direct
back left.
left.
Or front left?
Direct left.
Direct left. Okay, so he's coming out of the popples. Okay.
Yep. So he's coming through there. Wind's blowing right at him, so I'm like, he's got to smell me. I'm just waiting for the wind to pick up a little bit. I move just a hair to see him. He's kind of looking right at the tree. Wind dies down again, and all of a sudden I see him pop his head up. He's looking right at me now. I'm not moving, not moving. He takes a couple steps back, and
How far?
2 steps maybe. He
No,
hardly.
no, no. How far from you?
How far from me? 15 yards. He was right there. Right there. Snuck up right on me.
I was thinking you were going to say like 75 yards.
No, he's right on top of me. So
Yeah.
he kind of steps back a little bit, and I think he's going to turn around and bolt because the wind's blowing right at him. He's got to smell me. He knows something's up. Well, he kind of cuts around, you know, a couple trees on the edge of that deer trail there. Wind's picking up while this happens, so I kind of get myself ready. He's moving. Just gets behind a tree, and he sits there for a second. Well, it's dead quiet now, no wind. Takes another couple steps. My heart's just pounding. I mean, it's the first deer I've seen in 4 or 5 years. I'm almost seeing double at this point. He, takes that step out, pull the trigger. I'm like, oh, I got him for sure. Well, he jumped, and I'm watching him, and he's not running very fast. He's just kind of, he's bounding, but
Oh, so you shot. Okay.
yeah, he's not moving too quick. I see him go way off in the distance. I'm like, well, he's still.
So where did he run from the stand?
So he came up to the left of me.
Yep.
Got about.
There's that big, huge, thick popple all full of oil. Is he near that?
He just barely. No, he was still to the left of that a little bit.
Left of that. Okay.
Yep. So he kind of comes out. I shot, and he kind of hooked back around. So now I'm watching him go way back to the left of me. I lose sight of him, so I'm like, great. Sit there, waiting a couple minutes, whatever. Climb down. Go to where I shot. See his tracks. Perfect 90 is where he jumped, and then I'm struggling to find his tracks because he's running. Well, I find those, and I track those. No blood, nothing there. I'm looking around, still nothing there. I tracked probably quarter mile to where he started walking again. Then I followed that a little ways, and I'm getting some real, thick stuff. So I'm like, I'm never going to find him in here. He's long gone, no blood, nothing. So I go back, sit,
At the shot, was there any hair in the snow?
nothing. There was nothing there. Nothing but track, jump, follow those tracks, whatever, no blood. So I'm sitting again. Probably 2 hours goes by. I hear crunching behind me. I'm like, well, we got another one coming through. We'll see what it is. So it's moving real, real slow. Wind's to my back, so he's not smelling me. Well, hear that for a couple of minutes. Nothing. So I'm like, maybe he snuck off, whatever. So I turn real slow, and I look behind me, and I can see him, where all that clear cut was, and there's just the scrubby stuff. So I can't turn that way unless I'm left-handed to shoot. So I just wait and watch, and it looks like he's going to kind of come around me, hook to the right of me, and then come back on that deer trail and walk back in front of
Yep.
where he was. Well, I'm sitting there already, no gloves, no nothing, 2 hours go by. Nothing. So I'm thinking it was the same deer, but he was getting smart if it was.
Yeah.
So he came right behind me.
So you did not find any blood? Ever?
No blood.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you saw blood.
That's what I thought the text read,
No.
but
No
Oh.
blood. No blood, no
So you
hair.
missed him clear.
Yep. I was hoping so. I was like, man, first deer in a while. I
right,
just
that
smoked
would have been
him,
pretty
and-
cool.
No, he was long gone.
At that range, you can almost just kind of look down the barrel at 15 feet.
Well, Matt's gone. Not the right ammo for the gun. I was getting excited.
I'm sure the nerves played.
Yeah, there's plenty of variables.
I'm sure you're shaking a little
Oh,
bit.
a
and
little
you,
bit's an
you
understatement.
probably pulled it when you shot it.
Probably. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Cool.
But
Well, I mean, at least you got some activity. So.
yeah, and then on the way out, once I hit the pavement on Camp Road, doe ran right in front of me. So either I saw 3 or I saw the same one twice and then the one on the road.
Give it to the new guys. No problem. This is the answer to a complaint 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. Patrick.
Oh, he's a whiny little rat.
Patrick complained that this really sucks. Since cell phones, we don't tell deer hunting stories anymore. Everybody sits down after supper and they sit there and look at their phone. I'm like, he's right.
Are you listening, Riley?
So I came up with this board. There's 36 questions or statements on here. They're story starters. So you pass it around. So this is a 30-30 Winchester. Looks more like a 50 cal, but and this is 2 3/4 number 6 shot. So if you use the rifle bullet, you just answer the one question. All right. If you use the shotgun shell, then everybody answers that same question.
So who picked? You have to pick before you spin it?
Yeah, you just before you spin it, just say,
Shotgun shell or rifle?
shotgun shell or rifle, right?
Okay.
So it
That's
turns out to be a pretty good time.
that's a pretty cool.
So there's smallest deer, favorite deer stand, a time I got lost, my worst miss, most dangerous
that's a long
situation,
list.
my worst mistake, my favorite hunting show. Anyway, so there's all sorts of stuff on there. Story starters. All right,
That's a dang good idea.
it's a good deer camp. So, Riley, you know what the perk of being the youngest in camp is?
Going last.
You want to go first?
Sure.
All right. All right. So just give it a spin, but tell us what you want to use. Actually, you can decide after you spin it if you want it to be
Rifle or shotgun?
the rifle. You answer it yourself. The shotgun. Everybody answers the same question.
Shotgun.
All right.
Oh. Tell someone else.
So it was pointing right over here.
Oh,
Yep.
never mind.
Your smallest deer.
Oh, jeez. Oh, wait till we get to Dave.
Smallest was probably my first ever deer.
Yeah. Your nubby buck 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And that was twice as
Thank
big as the one that Dave got.
My
So you
doe
yeah.
was bigger than my nubby buck I shot, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My smallest deer.
I think you missed most of them.
You stop.
My smallest deer, man, that's probably like 6 years ago. Opening morning, I was sitting alongside of a river, and I heard some guys kind of walking in the back. And I looked back, and all of a sudden, I heard some crashing to my right. I looked to my right, and there's this deer hopping through the cattails and tall grass and whatnot. And I'm like, Well, it's got to be decent size, you know. I don't know. That's the way your brain works. You can't really judge it by like the size at that point. I'm like, I'm picking old brown. I popped it. It exploded, and I came up on it. Half the deer's missing, you know. And, yeah, it was.
So
I don't
twice
know.
as big.
Yeah, it was probably about 80 pounds. It was. I mean, I hit it. That's step number one.
I wouldn't either.
Dave, tell us about the pup. Dave, tell us about this one.
That's just blows people away, you know, when I talk about that deer. We've been hunting. It was cold that year. I was hunting north of.
I like the build-up.
Off of. And me, must have been hunting. And that's when I come walking down the road, and he thought he heard something, and it was me going.
Yeah, 90 lows.
With my feet. And we sat hard. I sat in a big ravine, and 2 deer came out Sunday. I had my Model 99 307. It's like, I gotta get a shot. I got a shot. Had no tag. Hit the little one. Good thing. Went down there, killed the deer. That's a good thing. Upon further review, it still had spots.
Whoa!
And this was the second day of gun season. This was Sunday. When they
During
took the
gun
picture-
season with spots.
When they took the picture of me at the cabin, they said, "Dave, hold up your deer." I went like this, with a cigarette in my hand.
In the same hand.
That ain't no shit.
You know what the saddest part was? Is me and you put it on a stick and carried it all together.
And you walk up, it's going.
Like a couple of Aborigines.
Imagine if it would have been more than 45 pounds. We probably wouldn't be here right now. But yeah, that was crazy. These guys gave me more shit about
what we
that.
do.
So how many years ago was that?
A lot of years.
That was way back.
30 plus.
Way back.
So I'm just noticing that it still comes up really fast.
Yeah. But it was, you know,
Like as soon as I hit the smallest deer, like everybody turned to you.
yeah, the smallest deer. Everybody turns to me.
story pretty good too.
Because it actually still had remnants of spots.
Yeah.
And it was, and they're like, my brother Gary, who is deceased now, he's like, "Dave, hold up your deer." I'm like, "There you go."
Well, that's it for the deer hunting season up by Mark's cabin. It is now Thanksgiving Day. It was a good time. Fortunately, we didn't see any deer, but spending time with family and friends, to me, outweighs that. Like most people say, getting a deer is just the frosting on top of a cake, but it's right. We're gonna head out to my in-laws over in Price County, do Thanksgiving dinner there, and then we'll be heading out in the woods for the next few days over there as well. So for now, we'll talk to you guys later.
All right, guys, it is Thanksgiving Day. Dropped the boys off on some stands. I got Hayden on a spot that I got a feeling he might have a chance at that big 9. Isaac's hunting a new spot. Some really good trails crossing over there, so he's just gonna watch a bunch of trails. And then Miss Rachel and I are going to go to the infamous beaver pond. We have had no activity on this stand for 5 days, 6 days. Came in yesterday, there was one set of tracks in the snow. The snow had been here for 4 days. Now this morning, there was not one, but 2 different 8-pointers that came by at 7:07 and then one again at 7:17. They're completely different bucks. So that sucks. No one was sitting here, but we had thought that due to all the pressure around this beaver pond, the deer just weren't hitting it anymore. They don't usually cut across here to go feed over up in the oaks that would be to our northwest. And they bed back over to the southeast where there's all swamp and slashings and nasty stuff. But this year we had so many guys around us, that deer just shut down. Now, it's been a couple of days. Most people have gone home, not hunting hard. So we're going to give it a shot now that they're coming back again. Hopefully they come back through. I just heard a shot. That could be Isaac. But yeah, Miss Rachel and I are about to head out for her first ever deer. Let's see what we can do. So we are walking into our stand, and there's an 8-pointer standing out in the field in the beaver pond.
His butt is still facing.
No, it's facing away. His head's this way. So we're gonna see if we can get Rachel a shot. Oh, there he is, there he is, there he is. He's looking, he's looking. Put it on my shoulder. Can you see his shoulder? Remember I taught you to look. Look for the white log. Come over here. Oh, don't move. He smells something. Okay, clear shot. Okay, put it on my shoulder. He's right. There's this little tiny pine tree in front of me. See that dead pine tree in front of me? He's right to the right side of that. Look through your scope. He's facing left to right. You see him? Take your safety off. Put it right in the middle of his shoulder. And remember what I showed you with the finger. He's up high now. Clearly off. Can you still see him? You see broadside? Okay, there he is. Right there's your shot. Good job! Good job! He dropped. High five.
Babe, I didn't.
It's fine. You got him. He dropped. I watched him. Come on. Yep. Just want to make sure he doesn't get up. There you go. Here's your gun. Put your safety on.
Yeah,
It's good.
I can't tell what I did.
It's fine. Miss Rachel just shot at our first deer. Pretty sure I watched him drop. We're gonna go check it out. She's pumped. But unfortunately could not get the shot on camera because she had to use my shoulder because we got into the stand late today, dropping the boys off and everything. And I'm so pumped. But so we're getting into the stand a little late. But I told Miss Rachel on her way in, I said we have to be very quiet because we're kind of getting in there a little late. It was a little about 10 after 3. So, I mean, legal shooting's done at 4:30. So, you don't have a lot of time. Sorry for the bad filming. Trying to walk through this area here. We gotta cross a beaver dam. Lodge. Not lodge, dam. On the creek. Miss Rachel? It's fine. I just want to make sure he's still there because he did drop, but I want to make sure he didn't get back up. How do you feel? You look like you're gonna cry. Everyone does. Everyone does. If you would have been like, oh, whatever, I would have said, you're done hunting forever. Yeah, we will get over to this deer. I think I don't know where she hit it. Must be high shoulder, which is where I told her to shoot it. She hit it right where she was aiming. He dropped in his tracks. Oh, I think I still hear him. Oh, I don't. Guys, she got her about perfect shot. Oh my gosh. Honey, perfect shot. You couldn't make a better shot. That's why he dropped. You hit him exactly where you should. Well, Miss Rachel, what happened?
Yes, this is my first harvest ever. So I'm a little bit awestruck and surprised at the success of this, and very, very accomplished, feeling very accomplished from this. Super elated.
All of us
So
have been
this
up here all week busting our butts. Miss Rachel goes home, comfort.
Work for 3 days, come back, and then come out here for what, like a half an hour?
Yeah, actually, we didn't even make it to the stand. We were sneaking in, which she did really well, sneaking into the stand. Because I told her, I said, we got to be really quiet because it's beaver pond. They bed out here. They're always hanging out. Actually, if any of you remember from last year when we did the bobcat trapping, that's the bobcat cubby I made for the trapping video. So it gives you reference to where we were from last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got out of the truck. I made sure she didn't slam the door.
Right.
And then we snuck in, and then I came out, and as soon as we got out, I looked out and I could see movement out here. And he was out here just pecking along these edge. So like they do, they'll follow this edge, and then the creek is, as you saw we crossed, runs through here. So they kind of follow this. They'll come out of back there, and they kind of just work their way on the creek. They kind of mill about up here a lot of times. So just kind of stay right in this area. I mean, over the years, I've been hunting this beaver pond since 2002 when I got out of the Marine Corps. And where her buck is laying right now, if you would make a 20 yard diameter circle right here, I bet you we've shot 15 bucks here. In fact, my Big 10, I shot him. He died like right by these pine trees here. I shot him. And I was standing over on that end of the beaver pond. That big tallest tree is my tree. So yeah, we got out here. We snuck out real quiet, and unfortunately, because we weren't in the stand, I wasn't able to get the actual shot on camera. The GoPro was on, but I'm pretty sure that that's, you know, it's a 120-yard shot, so the GoPro's not going to catch anything. And I had to have her shoot off of my shoulder because there's no way we could sneak out any closer and get a rest. Being a new shooter, you don't want them freehanding. Even an experienced shooter is tough.
Yeah, I'm not an experienced shooter, but had a great round today. And initially I hesitated, feeling a little like unsteady, you know, it seems a little shaky. And then he turned around, and then it actually gave me a better shot.
Yeah, he kind of stepped up on that little knoll there, and he was
I
like
could
perfectly broadside.
Much more clear, and I feel good about this.
And the deer dropped in its tracks and never took a step. I thought there must have been something back there because I heard something running through the brush.
Oh.
So I wonder if there was another deer. That's why I thought it was him, and I thought maybe you had spined him or something because the way he dropped, it was like a sack of potatoes. His head flipped back, and he just dropped straight down. So I thought maybe you had spined him. You hit him a little high. And as we were coming around them bushes there, I heard something running through the bushes. I thought that was him. That's why I started running.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe he was dragging himself.
As we came around.
Yeah, when we came around there. Yep. Okay. So something was running back, and it went back into the slashings there, and that's why I thought maybe it was him, but maybe there must have been another deer.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And maybe that's why he was hanging here. Maybe there was a hot doe that he had set, because this is super thick right here, and these does like to bed in here. They used to bed through on the other side of there, but the beavers blocked up that beaver dam now about 4 years ago, and now it's completely flooded. So now the deer have shifted over a little bit, and so these does, they bed up in here. So I wonder if that's why he was just sitting here for so long, that maybe that doe was in there and he was just taking his time and probably watching her. But yeah, you
Yeah, I'm very thankful for this.
that's a pretty nice first ever buck.
For Thanksgiving and the blessings of Mother Nature. And
Yes. And the wind was perfect. The wind is coming straight out of the southwest, which is perfect for the beaver pond, because we're coming in down over there on the north end, and that wind is just coming right up like this. So he never smelt us. He heard a few things. He poked his head up and looked around a few times, but then he basically was just kind of standing there.
Yeah. Take it lightly.
No, that is a fantastical northern Wisconsin. Want to hold him up again? People can see it. Want to rotate it back and forth a little bit. I mean, he's real chocolate horn too. He's real nice. Got a good mass for a 2.5-year-old. Yeah, that's a nice buck. That's for up north. That's kind of your good buck size. You know, obviously a lot of them are spikes and forks, but then you get these little basket 8s and 10s that, you know, we just don't have or not the genetics, but we don't have the food source up in northern Wisconsin anymore. They logged every oak tree for miles and miles.
Oh yeah.
But
A changing oak situation for sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm so excited. My adrenaline's still kind of pumping
that
inside.
is a nice rack. Nice.
But we've seen a lot of deer last night, so we're gonna sit up in the spot that we got here, and we will let you know if something happens. We're tucked into this fence line, and you see that monitor trucker out there? Thing's freaking huge. I have the shake so bad I can't even pick up my gun. Matter of fact, I think I pooped my pants. After hearing Mark's story the other day about the deer damn near taking out the whole forest, I don't know about this one. Stay tuned. We might get something on the ground tonight. So we got 2 deer in the field. That's double the amount that we've seen all hunting season so far. I'm gonna be a little patient here and just wait to see if there's something else that comes out. Hopefully this doesn't come back and bite me in my buttocks.
Probably will. Alright, stay tuned. Oh yeah, you got him.
Team FTO is heating up the later the season gets here. We just put one on the ground. Got a okay looking doe. We got some tags to fill, and it's getting late in the season here. I got the cameraman along today. He would have been able to shoot the doe today, but he was being a little turd this morning, so that was his punishment. Parenting, I love it. But either way, it's awesome. Dropped it in about say about 100-yard shot. Dropped right in his tracks. Man, I tell you what, shooting a doe still gets the old nerves going. That's for sure. But we got the job done. Now we're just gonna sit tight here for a little bit. We've still got about another 10 to 15 minutes of light left and see if anything else pops out. We have one more doe tag and one more buck tag. So, all right, cool. Stick with us and we'll recover the deer and we'll show you the monster doe. So we were just waiting here, and I looked to my right, and there was a buck standing there. I went to try to shoot it once. I didn't have the camera on. Shit just happens too quickly. I went to shoot. I didn't have a shell in the chamber, but luckily it didn't scare it off. I was able to rack a shell in. I fired it. It ran off its tail up, hopped a couple times, and we heard it crash. Let's go! Freaking awesome. All right, well. Oh my God, this is just awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a nice looking 8-pointer. And I shot and blown it off a couple times and we heard it crash. So we're gonna go look for it, look for some blood right now. So keep you guys along for the ride. Let's turn off. Hey, let's look for this thing. We got all of this blood here.
Oh, right there. Another bunch right here.
Looks like you ran into here. Oh, where? Let's see any other spots. Oh crap, where are they?
Oh, that scared me a little bit.
Here.
How are we supposed to carry this thing? Dad, how are we supposed to carry this? How?
Here.
What?
Get on this thing.
How are we supposed to carry it? Holy crap!
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Holy crap. I'm tickled pink for this thing here. It's not a world record, but you know what, man?
That
How
has
long
a
it's
huge...
been for me to get a decent sized buck? This is freaking amazing for me. Oh my gosh.
It has a pretty nice body.
Take some pictures.
Okay, I know where to put this. Oh. Bro!
Get in here. Let's do this little victory together. Man, we're killing it this year. We got 3 deer.
You got a buck? I got a buck.
It's a really
Everybody gets a buck.
nice. Dad, you're mounting that whole head on that wall, in the garage.
We'll see about that, but that's the wife's decision. Cool. Back at home now. Got the 3.5 hour drive back home. Now I got to unload the truck full of deer meat and all the other crap that we have packed in there from the last week. So, but I had a great time. Had a fun last week with friends and family. We got to hook up with playing hooky. Got to hook up with those guys. Had a great time. Some good old laughs up there. Great group of guys. I hope we make that tradition. Run into those guys every deer season as well. But yeah, I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Had a good week with family and friends. Like I said, make sure you guys stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and we will speak to you soon.